Are you struggling with dull, lifeless watercolor? In this video, I will reveal 5 common mistakes that are ruining your paintings, and I will also talk about how to fix them. So a lot of time it happens that when you start painting and over the time you very soon you realize that your watercolor is looking very dull, very cluttered, and completely lifeless. So for that, I will just talk about the problem, and here I will talk about the solution. What exactly you have to do. So let's quickly create a one subject. Okay, so basically what happens is when you go for coloring, especially beginners, when their selection of the color is, even if you are using some reference image, but sometimes it goes a very different way. Let's say if this roof of this house is blue and there are some other colors, so probably when you apply these color, so you do something like this. Okay, you do something like this. So whatever the color you just take, right, this example here. So basically what happens is you try to make things exactly the way it is. You start taking the exact reference uh, color, because you learn from the subject. You see, okay, there are certain color which I have to take. Let's say if there is some red in this area, in this, probably in a wall, it's a multicolor wall or whatever it is. I'm just giving you a very random uh, you know, the circumstances or the areas where people are having these challenges. So they do something like this. Okay, maybe if it is a grass, then they'll just take a green color like this. So something like this. If there is some flower on this, then they put color like this, something like this. Okay, so typically this is how I see people are basically, if there is some depth, they do like this. Okay, they do certain like something like this. I'm just giving you the exact you know, the way basically they work, and then they just try to put some more color here, something like this. Okay, if there are some color, some more color here on the ground. Okay, and if there are people, they just typically I've seen they do something like this. Okay, and they make their face something like this. If it is main gate here, like this. Okay, so this is what typically you see people are doing. If they wanted to get some texture, so they do something like this. I mean, so but typically you, if you look at this entire painting, so there are color, your intent is good, you're actually doing for purpose, because you have seen these color in the reference image or in the subject in real time, whatever it is. It's not your fault. Okay, the only thing is there are certain technique which you have to develop, and as an artist, as a creator, right? So typically you see, this is what it comes like this. uh, so how to fix this, this entire thing, and this is exactly we are going to learn in this painting. So before you go into this, I would request you to check my Patreon membership, where you will go in a limitless height in watercolor. So I have a very strong community, the watercolor art community in this group, where you will be learning every single day something new, uh, and you'll have a lot of tire benefits. So check that out. That will be really beautiful way to support me as an artist, and same time you will also improve your watercolor in a next level. So check that out. It's very minimal fee. So now let's look into the solutioning part. So let me just draw the same subject. So now let's talk about the first problem statement, the choice of color. So whenever we just look at our subject or reference image, let's take, you have the reference image, you have taken that the roof of that building, or your subject is brown. So I would suggest you to keep this very limit, like don't take some radical different color. Keep the same color. I've just taken the burnt sienna, just mixed with a little, uh, I mean, ultramarine blue. Make it a little pigment change here. I just made it a little darker here in this. Okay, here, and same thing here as well. I'm just taking this yellow ochre, yellow ochre here. So you see, like a yellow ochre I have just taken here, because the yellow ochre and the burnt sienna, there is a actually complementing each other. So it's good. I can just take that up. Okay, it's complementing, though it's a different color. But if I'll just take it green color here and I'll put it here, or red color, very prominent red color, then things will look mess. So just avoid that. Okay, so now let's work on, and another thing is, whenever you are just taking the color, I mean when you're painting, you see like a lot of uh, wastage of color will be there in your plate. So try to mop that out. I mean, if you're not working, I mean, I can manage it. Person who has been working for this medium for a long time, they can manage it. But since you have just started watercolor, you're a beginner. If you're a beginner, then I would suggest you to not to just keep taking the same thing. You can change the color, just mop the extra water, etc. Now here we have this uh, wall, and we wanted to keep this wall as a blue. So now you see, like in a very loose way, I'm just taking this color. Okay, and here I'm just trying to keep it in the same way. I mean, the color shouldn't be too prominent here, and maybe if there is light or shades, something like that, you want to make it some craziest patches. So make that this kind of a strokes. So that will really help you to make things a little more things are pretty much interesting. And now see, I'm using this blue and with this burnt sienna. So you see this the relation between these two colors is still good. It doesn't look completely out of the sight, right? It's a There is a harmony between this. So as long as your painting has those harmony, you are good. Okay, so now this is the wall, very soft light color. I'm just using here, and now I'm using this for the background. I'm using this yellow probably, and then green will just go. We'll use this green color for the ground. Now see the relation between this yellow ochre and the green is complementary, right? So now I'm using this little darker pigment of this darker pigment, and we have things which is those tree and etc. So those things are slightly lighter shade, right? We'll come to this human shape later on, but this is your very first, solution for problem when this problem, why your painting looks dull or dirty, because of your first layer. So the first layer, if you are working very carefully, your first layer using color which is a brighter and not mixed with several other color, is quite good. This is the way you should be going ahead with it. Okay, so this is how you should be approaching, right? Now the number two problem I see is you are not drying your layer. Now you see the example we have here. We just made it in a one go, everything, yay, we completed it. That's not the way. We have to um, followed certain techniques like a layering technique, and if you have not seen my other videos, check that out. I have created several videos in a layer perspective, in a layer technique perspective, so check that out. That would be really helpful. So what I mean is layering technique is and why we need that, because if it is not done in a certain layering perspective, you'll not have a proper control it, and you'll end up with doing something like this. But if you just follow the layer technique, so this is your first layer, and you are actually allowing this entire painting to get dry. So this is it. So let it dry, and then we'll go for the another problem statement. All right, so now you see my painting is completely dried. It's absolutely ready to go ahead and create my second layer. And this is where I'm talking about your number three problem, which most of and this is so important, and most of the people are actually failing here. And that is applying the breathing space. So what I mean by breathing space, I'm confusing you until I'll not show you what I mean is. So breathing space is, let's take an example. So we have here this wall, right? So I've just taken this color and the same color. Now see, like if it is this wall, I've just taken the same color here but little darker. Okay, and I'm just making this as a one patch here, these strokes for the shades, and making a little darker here in this, because this is the side where we just wanted to have some depth. Okay, this side also. Now what did you understand from this? Let me do this here also, and here as well. Some depth, blue depth here. Okay, and a little more depth here. Something here for the main entrance. Maybe if it has some architectural door entrance and etc. So those things. And here maybe some bold patches here and there. And some a little more depth. Okay, something like this. All right, so what I mean by breathing space is this. Can you see your first layer is visible, right? Now when I paint here, let's example this is our wall. So I'm not painting here anything. It's a wall. So it's just some directional patches here and there. Here. Now this one, this is called a space, a breathing space. At least in my term, I call it a breathing space, because that is something makes your watercolor neater. And because it's neat, because it has some breathing space. uh, you can you can just say like your eyes comes here and see everywhere, and somewhere actually it's a relaxing, because if you'll just put color here as well, okay, you're everywhere you are painting, everywhere you are painting in a somewhere. It's very important. So best practice is leave your layers visible. Okay, leave your layers, your first layer visible. First layer is because we are doing the first layer because it creates a personality, it creates the atmosphere, and it has to be visible, right? Not everywhere you just start and painting all over the places. That's not a good practice. Okay, so that you just keep in mind. Now let's just move ahead and paint this. So this is the surface. Maybe it's a darker surface here, maybe. So that also you can just bring in here, something like this. Okay, and we are not painting anything here at this moment. Let me just do some, maybe some uh, trees, plants or stuff like that. It's there, so that we can just paint it something like this. You can also refer to your imagination, or probably your whatever the reference image, or you're just using it to it. You can use that. That's not a problem. So whatever even if you're following your reference images, things will be same. Okay, and we just made it all, everything here, because we just wanted to create a little depth here in this side, because light is coming from this side, and we wanted to have some. Okay, so we just wanted to keep a little depth here in this, and we have some we have a couple of person here, right? So that we just wanted to paint. So I'm using the same color because I've seen a lot of people using the same color for, so here as well I'm just using the same, this couple of people. Okay, and probably one more person, we that what we have drawn it there. One more person here. Okay, so again let it dry. Okay, don't just keep walking and walking and walking. So let it dry, this is enough, and then we'll go for our number 4. All right, so now let's talk about number 4, and this is big one, the lack of light and shades. So in this painting, so far we have managed to have the light. So we have the source of the light is coming here and it's falling here, so that you see like there's a light, and it has some breathing space as well. Here is a little depth, here is a light and depth. Now still we need to have a little more light and depth required, right? And at the same time shades, because shades is something, it defines your artwork, right? And so important. So for making this, it's a fun way to work with shades, or uh, negotiating the lights and all. So now in this example, I'll just show you. So now light is coming from here. You have seen that we have just made it here, the shades here. Now imagine that you have the light, and it's coming here, and we have just these shades is actually falling here. These shades, these are the shades, right? Something like this. Some of the craziest strokes which you have to do it here. Uh, this person, that shades also has to go here in this, because the light is coming from this side. So a lot of things are basically, the depth is coming this way. So this shades has to go here. Okay, and now we have this wall, so the wall shades will also go from here. It has to, it has to come here. Okay, and now this area where we have the wall actually ending, and if you want you can make a certain patch here also. You can also change your brush if you want, if you're working on the such kind of work like these. I would rather, I'll just take this brush and I'll make a very small work here like this. It shouldn't be too contrast. Very subtle actually. And some other elements, just adding some elements here, maybe electric pole or whatever, will also add some flavor to it. and these seats. And now just work on the, the gate, the entrance, this entrance. It's an iron rod gate. Even if it is things are not clear, that's okay. You just enjoy the process. You know what actually you're painting, right? So now let's we are almost done. So some other, some patch here and there, some values. Okay, now this is it. Now the fifth one, and that brings closer to our painting, is the perspective, the flatness. I'm just going back to this painting again. Now I see like it is started from here and all the colors are starting from the same value, tonal values from here to here all the way. Okay, so we need to bring a variation, we need to bring a harmony in your painting. And how we will bring it? We can bring that through the perspective and the tonal value of your color, like how we made this very darker pigment. Now the things which is sort of very far away from the distance, those things will have to make it a little lighter, right? We already made it something, but let's put it a little more effort into this. So this tree, these tree are basically just to make it something like this. Okay, so what it does is it brings the interest, it brings the values of having the perspective in your artwork. it and actually it improves your paintings, not only the perspective but overall the look and feel of your artwork. So it's always good to have this, to have some interesting. So these are the very far away trees or whatever you want to call it, maybe some palm tree or whatever. Thing is like you just need to bring that things which basically tells you that okay, there is a perspective in the painting. Okay, so there's a, maybe there's a dense forest or whatever. Okay, here as well. Like this. That's a simple work. Okay, so doing something like this is basically improving your artwork, and it's a gradual process basically. um, it'll not happen over the over the night, but you all have to do is put your effort, put your diligent effort to look at what actually I'm talking about here in this, and follow the same instruction, and you will see things are actually improving. So I'm just making a little some work here. You just need to go sometime crazy. So now you just look at this entire thing. There is a contrast. There is a lot of patches here. Though I have used several brush strokes, but it's not looks clutter. Okay, it brings the harmony. It brings the interest. It catches the eyes. Um, you can do much better than this. Okay, there's a lot more things you can do. All I wanted to talk about these fundamental, the five fundamental which you have to be expertise on, right, to get these things going. So this is the thing I wanted to communicate in this video. I hope you will enjoy this, and please check my Patreon membership if you wanted to learn and grow in watercolor. If you believe that you really love watercolor and you wanted to go a deeper level of it, just check that out. It's a very minimal fee, and that's the way you are actually supporting me to create such kind of a videos for you as well. So thank you so much, several of my Patreon members who already been participated or become a member of my journey, and they are growing. So thank you all of them, and I will be coming with a new video very soon. Till then, enjoy and celebrate watercolor. See you next time.